What is going on, guys and girls? Welcome back to TV and me. I am Kevin and it's time again for The Walking Dead. So last episode was an interesting one, wasn't it? Jeez, my two favourite characters, Maggie and Glenn, got the absolute... Well, one of them got the shit kicked out of him and the other one, she was threatened with rape. Yeah, a fun episode. But putting that stuff aside, I actually really enjoyed the episode, and as you know, I always do my reviews straight after an episode, so they're always a bit emotional. You know, I'm still feeling the emotions of the episode. You know, I might be angry, a bit upset, happy, but you know, my views always change a little after a few days because I have time to think about stuff. You know, I push those emotions aside. I think about what happened in my own mind, and then I have sometimes a different opinion. But you'll be happy to hear I still think the governor's an arsehole. But all joking aside, I honestly think the governor is an interesting character to watch. I still don't like him, you know. After that stuff with Maggie, I thought it was really perverted, you know. It was mind games, it was manipulative. I just hate those sort of mind games, people who play with people's minds. They threaten stuff but they don't do it. I'd rather be punched in the face than somebody say, I'm going to punch you in the face next week, and then walk off, you know. I absolutely hate that sort of stuff, and the governor seems to be one of those types of people. But I do find the governor interesting, and despite the fact I hate him, he still has interesting motives to watch on screen, you know. We've not seen all his motives yet. From what I can tell, he loves his daughter, you know. He's keeping her as a zombie. He's obviously still attached to her, very much in the Herschel sense, where he was sort of attached to his family. He thought there could be some kind of cure, and that's probably why the governor's got this big research department going on, because of his daughter. He wants to find out if there is any way he can bring her back from that state, and that's probably the whole reason why Milton was actually researching if there was anything left of the person previous in the walker, you know, because the governor wants to know if there's anything left of his daughter inside that body. One thing that does actually bring credence to that theory is what we saw in the very first, or I think it was the very first episode with Morgan, where his wife was in the street, if you remember, and she walked up to the house they used to live in and she tried to open the door. It's like she recognised it, maybe there was some thought there that she remembered living there. Whether that was just coincidence because she saw light, she heard noise, I don't know. But you know, it's a theory. Maybe there is a little bit of what you once was deep down inside. But is it worth risking everything in order to try and get that part of that person back? You know, they're still going to be a zombie. They're still going to want to eat flesh. There's no way of like reversing the transformation. So, you know, is it a lost cause? I think so. But who knows, maybe my tune would change when more stuff gets revealed later down the line. Maybe these people inside these bodies are actually sort of like a prisoner, and they're just watching everything that's going on with their body, and they're seeing themselves attack their friends and they can't control it. Who knows? That'd be an interesting development, but I really don't see him going down that road. One thing I do want to quickly talk about as well is the Maggie Glenn thing from last episode. Now, I didn't mention it in my review because I didn't really notice it until I was editing, and the part I want to pick up on is the fact that when the governor threatened Maggie, Glenn didn't give the information up of where Rick's group was staying. He still held tight, but when the gun was pointed at Glenn, Maggie gave it up instantly. So obviously she may feel more towards Glenn than Glenn feels towards her. You know, she instantly gave that information up, but maybe Glenn knew that the survival of Rick's group was bigger than their relationship, bigger than them two, you know. He was prepared for them two to die in order to not give them that information, but Maggie wasn't. Maggie gave up the information, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all after everything that went on, you know. She loves Glenn, she doesn't want to see him die, and that's just testament to the character. Also, last episode, Michonne joined Rick's group finally. He let her in. Carl actually saved her life. She joined the group, and him, I think it was Rick, Michonne, Oscar and Daryl, I'm probably forgetting someone again, but I think it's them four, have gone out in order to try and rescue Glenn and Maggie. I did in the previous review say it was Beth and Axel as well, but the reason I said that was because I think they volunteered in the prison, and in my own mind I'd somehow equated that they were with the group, but they're not. It's just those four: Daryl, Rick, Michonne and Oscar. I think that's it. Like I said previously though, Daryl and Mel are the big X factors in this whole situation, as well as Andrea, because she's on the other side of the wall as well. You know, she's close with the governor, so maybe she'll have a big part to play. But it's the mid-season finale, so I expect something big to happen. I expect something big to go down, and I guess we better go straight into it. So this is the mid-season finale of season 3, and I'm nervous. I am really nervous. Who is that? Is that one of Woodbury's guys? Whoa! Oh, okay, maybe not. I thought that was Randall for a second. Oh, shit. It's the other side of the prison. Is he doing the same sort of thing? Oh my god, that's someone's leg.
Honey?
Oh no, it's not, it's a bowl of flesh. Still, that's pretty bad. Is he doing the same thing Milton was doing?
Daddy.
Doing cues to try and... Oh god. That's not creepy at all. He is all kinds of fucked up.
Look at what they did to you.
Doesn't matter. As long as he didn't.
No. I promise.
Glenn, I bet, like, knowing the character Glenn, I bet he'd rather take 1,000 beatings than know that he laid one finger on Maggie. Oh, the bone. It's gonna make a weapon.
Nothing happens to Daryl.
Of course not.
What about Glenn and the girl?
Well, the longer they're here, the more chance Andrew will find out. Take him to the screamer pits.
This is where you were held.
I was questioned.
Any idea where else they could be?
He could be in his apartment.
Yeah. What if they ain't?
Then we'll look somewhere else.
You're a lesbian, and I was just talking with her.
I'm not a lesbian.
What?
You got the short hair. You're not a lesbian? This is interesting.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you've got to compete with Daryl there, mate. You don't stand a chance. Fuck, that came out of nowhere. Go on, Glenn. No, don't you fucking dare. You die, bitch. Come on, Rick. Hopefully those gunshots alerted Rick to where they were.
Just keep looking at me.
Rick's gonna save him, I know he is. Go on.
Daryl. This was Merle. It was. He did this. You saw him? Face to face. He threw a walker at me. He's gonna execute us.
My brother's his governor.
No, he's somebody else. Your brother's his lieutenant or something.
You know I'm still with you?
He does now. Rick, I'm sorry. We told him where the prison was. We couldn't hold out.
No need to apologize. If Merle's around, I need to see him. Not now. We're in hostile territory. Chris, if this governor catches up to us, I need you.
Daryl's got to make his choice right now.
Yeah.
Andrea better not shoot anyone.
You guys go ahead. I'm gonna lay down some cover fire.
No, we gotta stay together.
It's too hairy. I'll be right behind you.
Fuck. Oh fuck, did Oscar get shot? I called it.
Come on! Hurry! You have to leave her!
No way!
She's gonna find the child. And she's gonna kill it. Fuck.
It's okay.
No, 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 Michonne, you can hear the growls. You know it's a zombie. You know it's a walker.
Come on, that's it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Don't hurt her.
Fuck! Come on, Michonne. Fucking just kill him. Fuck him. Oh, fuck. Oh, that is so wrong. Oh. Oh. Finish him. Andrea, fuck off.
What have you done?
What has she done? Have a look what he's fucking done. Fucking Andrea, you best not side with that dickhead, seriously. Look around you for fuck's sake. As if. Come on. Andrea. Seriously. Thank you. Can you now go chase down Michonne? And she's gonna turn. Shoot her. Cole's just gonna put a bullet in her head. He doesn't give a
Take
fuck.
care of it.
Oh, okay. We take care of our own.
What are you doing? This room is secure. You'll be safe. You have food and water.
That's what his dad said to Michonne.
Back away from the door and let the man go. Look around you. This is the best we've had in weeks.
The fish tanks, the heads.
Thank you.
I made myself look enough. Prepare me for the horrors outside.
And Penny.
So why the chopper pilot? Why did you kill the chopper pilot and stick his head in there? He wasn't one.
Merle! The man I counted on. He let him in.
What? Oh, they've not got Daryl as well, have they? They've got Daryl.
This is one of the
Oh
terrorists.
no.
Merle's own brother.
Oh, fuck. That's it, Andrea. You fucking recognise. Andrew, you better step up and say something. What an episode. What an episode. I really enjoyed that one. And I'm actually pleasantly surprised in a way, but still a bit disappointed, because we managed to get Glenn and Maggie out alive, which, I'll be honest, I didn't think was going to happen. I honestly thought one of those two were going to die, because it is the mid-season finale. I thought that's something they would do, but they didn't, and they got out, they're safe, and I'm so thankful. But of course, it's bittersweet, because now Daryl is caught, and Daryl is now facing being shot right in front of everyone. But I don't think they're going to kill him. I really don't think the showrunners would kill him at this point, because I think he's grown into such a main character of the show, you know, another main protagonist. I feel like Daryl has grown the most out of any character in the show. From, you know, when we first met him, when he was just like a little brat, just lashing out at everyone. Then he developed this relationship with Carol, and then the whole Sophia thing, and then he became Rick's right-hand man after Shane died, and I don't see him ending his story where they have. Another reason I feel like they won't do it there is because, with it being the mid-season finale, I think if they were going to kill him, they would have done it in this episode. So then you'd have the whole break, which you guys had when you was watching it live. There was that break, so if they killed him, they'd have that shocking moment to like end the mid-season, whereas they've left it on that cliffhanger, and I feel they've done that so when it comes back, it can be a long drawn out process, like they won't kill him there and then. But then again, I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong in the past. I mean, case in point, the Shane moment. I did not expect Shane to go out then. I expected him to go on further, but they ended him there in that moment, which was shocking as hell. And it's easy they could do the same to Daryl, but I don't know, just something about that whole situation doesn't seem right to me. And I don't feel like the governor would kill Daryl, because he now has a bargaining chip with Rick and the group, and he has something over them. And if he just kills him, then he loses that one up on Rick. But of course, the governor also turned his back on Merle. He accused Merle of letting him in. Even though Merle was the one that brought in Glenn and Maggie, it's not like he did that in order to get Rick into the camp. You know, Rick just came to rescue Maggie and Glenn. I mean, at this point, if anyone's going to die, I feel like Merle's going to die. And I think the governor would kill Merle. Or what could possibly happen is the governor goes to kill Daryl, and Daryl somehow puts himself in a way, bodyguard style, just dives in front of him or something and just takes the bullet for his brother, which would be, you know, a way to go out for Merle. He's an interesting character. We know he loves his brother. He's also an evil bastard, a racist. We know that about him, and for him to go out protecting his brother is sort of a bit poetic in a way, you know, this evil person doing something selfless as his last act. I enjoy watching the Merle character, even though I hate him. I love to hate him, and if he was killed and went out the show, I'd miss him a little bit for some of his, like I say, his quips and stuff, but overall I wouldn't be too bothered. I mean, it would affect Daryl, but I feel like he would get over it with the support of Rick's group if he was to get out of that situation with the governor. So, I mean, it would be a shame to see Merle go if he does die, but I wouldn't be too distraught. So it would be really nice if Daryl somehow wrestled the gun off the governor and just shot him in the face. I know I said I wanted Glenn and Maggie to kill him. Whoever's closest to him, to be honest. Merle can even kill him. That'd be nice, you know. I'd give Merle one more, or his first mark against his name for doing something good. Michonne, she got into that big fight with the governor. She discovered his crazy head jar. She discovered his zombie daughter, and she killed the daughter. I mean, it's a kid. It's shocking to see, but at the end of the day, it's a Walker, you know. She's dealt with it a million times in the past. She was like, sorry dude, I can see you care for this, and you're a complete arsehole, and there's no way this child is gonna recover from this situation, so she just dealt with it. As graphic as it was, I guess it was the right thing. But the governor didn't think so, and they had that amazing fight, and I gotta say the choreography in that fight was just, it was amazing. I loved it. It was brutal. It was raw. You could see the raw emotion in it. Michonne managed to get the better of him. She stabbed him in the eye with a piece of glass, effectively winning it. And she was about to finish him, and good old Andrea came into the room. My like for Andrea, I've got to admit, I know there's some of you that like Andrea, and I completely understand why, but she has done some really stupid stuff, and this has made her go down another notch in my standing. I mean, she's standing in the room with the governor on the floor, Michonne over him. Of course, that looks bad. But then you look around, and there's heads on the floor. I mean, there's zombie heads, but there's also human heads. There was the head of the chopper pilot. Maybe she didn't see it, she just saw the zombie heads as that possibility. But I mean, she's been with Michonne for what, 8 months in the winter, 6 to 8 months, and surely she knows Michonne by now, and she knows what sort of person she is. She wouldn't just do that. I mean, and there was the zombie daughter, so she saw the zombie daughter, him cradling the zombie daughter, so she knows he's been keeping that alive, and she knows how that works out from when she was on Herschel's farm. It just doesn't work. I mean, looking at it from Andrea's point of view, as she walked in that room, it must have been difficult to understand what was going on. I understand that. But then hearing the governor's excuse that he stares at the heads so it can remind him of what he's going to face when he goes beyond the walls, that's just ridiculous. Again, it's based around the head of the pilot. Maybe she didn't see it, but she's got to be questioning his motives by now and the weird stuff he's keeping secret. She also saw Daryl at the end there, and I'm hoping that she still has some allegiance to Daryl and the original group, because I know she's got it all cushy and she's got it all sweet with the governor, and maybe she loves him, I don't know, but she's got to have some allegiance to Daryl and know he's not a bad person. You know, he helped her survive for so long, and this governor guy has just come on the scene and taken over. You know, he took her in when she was desperate, but I don't know, maybe she sees Daryl and she's just reminded that they abandoned her and she doesn't do anything. I don't know. Seeing it from two different point of views, I mean, I'm more in favour from Michonne and Rick's group's point of view because I favour them more, but I understand where Andrea might be confused in the situation, but some of the stuff is glaringly obvious, and I think she needs to start questioning the governor more instead of just falling into him every time and kissing him and hugging him. It makes me feel sick. It honestly makes me feel sick. But let's move off that and move quickly on to the new group that has gone into the prison. I'm glad they're not bad people. They seem good people. You know, they weren't going to leave one of their own behind. They took them with them. When she died, she was going to turn. I mean, Carl was going to shoot her, and the guy said, no, we take care of our own, which is another factor to me which says this is a good group of people. And another thing which points to him being a good group of people is the scene where Carl locked him in the cell, and their leader, I think his name's Tyrese, he pulled back the woman who was going a bit crazy, saying, let us out, let us out. He pulled her back, you know, he took control of the situation and said, look, this is their house, it's their rules, and plus, this is the best we've had it in weeks, you know, we've got safety now, we're locked in a cage. It might be a cage, but at least we're safe, at least we can have a good night's sleep, at least, he said, because Cole did say to him, we've got food and stuff, so they've got food, you know, who knows, maybe once Carl and that become trusting towards them, or when Rick and his group come back and they see that these are more understanding people, these are trustworthy people, they can bring them into Rick's group, and maybe we can have them become a bigger group again, because let's be honest, over the past few seasons we've lost a lot of people, and it would be nice to bring a few new personalities into the group. But of course that is based on first impressions, and talking of first impressions, actually, I honestly thought the younger guy was Randall. You've got to admit, he sort of looks like Randall. I don't know whether maybe Randall or those people were part of Randall's group. Maybe that's Randall's brother. Could that be a possibility? Or maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. But I'm looking for a reason why this group would then come into Rick's group's life. Maybe it's just to add more characters to the show. But that would be a really cool twist if that turned out to be Randall's family. It'd be an interesting twist at least. So the big question now is, where do we go from here? Daryl's caught. Rick knows Daryl's caught. Everybody else is out, of course. I think Rick might go back in and try and rescue him. I don't think Michonne will. I think Michonne has said just no more with Andrea. I mean, Andrea pointed the gun at her, and I think that might have been the final straw. I don't think Michonne will go back for her again. So Rick might go back in, try and rescue Daryl, because he's not going to leave behind. I don't think, even though he left Andrea behind, but there we go. I don't think he'll leave Daryl behind. I think he might try and go back in. Or if that doesn't happen, I think Merle might help Daryl get out, even if it costs Merle his life. Something really strange I want to touch on as well, and I don't know if it's just me overreacting, but there was a moment in this episode, I didn't include it in the reaction because I didn't have time, but Axel was with Beth in the cell, and he asked how old she was, and she said 17, and he was sort of like, oh yeah, sort of thing, and I just hope he's not a paedophile, because I gotta admit, that moustache, it's very it's very paedophile-esque. I'm just saying you might like the moustache. I'm just saying it's a bit strange. I don't know whether I'm reading too much into that. You know, he did explain that he's not been with a woman in a long time, and you know, then he started to hit on Carol, of course. But just a strange little thing. I hope it doesn't get revealed later that he is, and he doesn't try something weird or try to rape anyone because he's a rapist. But just, I'm keeping Axel arm's length at the minute. I enjoy him. I think he's quite funny, but I don't trust him. So let's leave that there. An amazing episode, like I say, thoroughly enjoyed it. Hopefully Daryl gets saved. I feel like he is. I feel like they're not going to kill him off. And I feel like we've got a new group of people at the prison who, despite my initial shock when they went into that prison, I feel like they might be good people and trustworthy. So it'll be good to see them become part of Rick's group if that actually happens. But that's it for another episode. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate you watching every single week and the support you give me. And until next time, bye bye. Thank you for watching the Season 3 mid-season finale with me. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up because it helps me out immensely and it helps the channel grow. Please leave your comments below with your thoughts, your theories, and maybe anything I missed. But please, no spoilers. If you want to keep up to the channel, remember you can follow me on Twitter @TVandMeReacts. Also, you can subscribe.